Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Ciara. I run the website myfussyeater.com where I share lots of family friendly and also healthy ideas for feeding your kids. I also have this YouTube channel where I share lots of video recipes and videos like this about meal planning and general tips and tricks for feeding your kids, so please do subscribe. So on to my meal plan for this week. First of all, I do have a confession to make about last week's meal plan. It didn't exactly go to plan, and I did tell you guys when I was starting this at the beginning of the year that I was going to be completely honest with you, because this is real life and things happen, and you know, we make plans and ideas about feeding our kids and it doesn't always go to those plans. So this week, or last week I should say, it was going really well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I stuck completely to the plan. I found it again just really easy. I think the fact that it was all written up on the plan on the fridge, I had the ingredients in, it just made it so easy come 5 or 6 o'clock to make whatever meal I had already planned out. It got to Friday and it all kind of went out the window, as it sometimes does on the weekend. What happened was I'd been out for lunch on Friday, so I had quite a big lunch and I didn't really feel like eating a big dinner. My daughter ended up going to a friend's house, so she didn't need food. My husband wanted something else completely different, so really I was only cooking for our son. What was on the menu was turkey nuggets with potato wedges, and I remembered I had some homemade fish fingers that I'd made the week before and I'd made extra and frozen, so basically I just took them out of the freezer, made them, chopped up some sweet potato because he loves sweet potato, so made some kind of sweet potato fries, and I think it was peas as well I served it with, so it was that really quick kind of freezer fish fingers and then the sweet potato and veggies. So yeah, it didn't exactly go to plan, but I didn't buy anything extra, if that makes sense, so it wasn't actually too bad. It was still food that I had within the house. On Saturday then we decided to go see my husband's parents in London overnight, so it meant that we weren't home and we didn't have the meal, so it wasn't actually that bad. It just meant that we weren't here to have the meal that was on the plan. And then today, so today's now Sunday, I did have a slow cooker ragu planned for today, which I haven't made because we were in London and then we came home and I had to go straight out to bring my daughter to a party, so I didn't have time to basically go buy the beef and then get home and get it in the slow cooker before we went. So instead tonight we are having the cheesy fish pie that was on the menu for last night, so instead we're going to have that tonight. It's currently cooking in the oven. So yeah, it was a bit of a failure in that I only actually stuck to four of the days exactly, maybe 5 if you count today, because we're basically just having what we should have had yesterday. So a bit of a failure, not as good as the last couple of weeks, but still not terrible. There was no takeaways or anything, you know, not really bad in there. It was just kind of more circumstance than anything. Okay, so that was last week. On to this week, and this is what I've got planned for our meals for this week. So tomorrow, Monday, I'm gonna make some beef burgers. My family absolutely love burgers, and I just realized I haven't actually made them in ages, so we're gonna make some homemade beef burgers. So they're just gonna be really simple, made with some beef and some seasoning and pan fried. I think I have wholemeal buns to put them in, and I'm gonna make some really quick homemade wedges as well to go with it. On Tuesday then, I'm trying this recipe. It's a mango and pineapple chicken. I saw this last week on my friend Amy's site. Her site is called Healthy Little Foodies. Go check it out. It is brilliant. It's got so many recipes, especially ones for slightly younger kids, so kind of like baby, weaning and toddler. She has so many great ideas and they're all really, really healthy. She posted this last week and I knew I had to have it on the plan for this week because it just looks delicious, so that's what we're having. On Wednesday we're having slow cooker risotto. I haven't actually made this before, but my friend asked me the other day if you could cook risotto in the slow cooker, and I said yes, absolutely, and I'm going to do it and show you that it can be done. So if it works out and it's really delicious, I will share the recipe within the next couple of weeks. On Thursday we're having spinach pesto pasta with Caprese skewers. This is a really old recipe of mine that I found. I was kind of trawling through like old recipes a couple of days ago, and yeah, haven't made it in ages. Obviously really healthy spinach pesto. It's a veggie recipe, and yeah, the Caprese skewers are really delicious. They're basically like basil, cherry tomatoes and like mini mozzarella balls in the small little ones. Really delicious. Friday is going to be tortilla pizza. I love these. They're just so quick, so simple. They're great for like Friday evenings, Saturday evenings if you kind of want a pizza but you want to keep it kind of healthy. It's basically tortilla base, and then you put on some pesto or some tomato sauce of some kind, and then fill it with whatever toppings you want. You can have like cheese and ham, or you can have loads of veggies, basically whatever you want. Really easy. Saturday then we're having chicken noodle soup. I saw this recipe on another site, Aileen from Baby Led Feeding, and yeah, it just looks really delicious, really warming and comforting. I absolutely love chicken noodle soup, so we're going to have that. And then on Sunday is the slow cooker ragu with pasta, which we should have had today. So instead, yeah, we're gonna have that next week because I still really fancy it, and I'm actually kind of gutted that we didn't get to have it today. So I'm gonna put it back on the menu for next Sunday instead. So that is what we have planned out for next week. I'm really hoping it's going to be a little bit more successful than this week was. As always, you guys, you have some fantastic tips and tricks for meal planning, so please do keep sharing them in the comments below because they're really great, and we've had some really great kind of conversation starters as well over the last couple of weeks where people have been chiming in with different tips and tricks and sharing their ideas, so keep that up. As well, you can pop on over to my blog where I'll have links to all these recipes, so to my own recipes and also the ones to the other sites that I mentioned, so have a look over there if you prefer to see it on like screen form. And yeah, otherwise I will see you back here this time next week for another update, and in the meantime I will be back a couple of times this week with some new recipes, so keep an eye out for those.